Welcome back to haztalez. Haz is back in Canada, and yeah, this is the first vlog after I've arrived in Canada. And there's a lot of stuff about to happen. I can't even go into the details because some of that is like confidential for now, but it'll soon be out. By the time this video is gonna be out, it'll be out. But I have some massive news for all of my viewers. Like massive news, some big stuff happening that even shocks me sometimes. Like, is it happening? Is it really? Am I even ready? Am I even prepared? But guess what? Estoy listo. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on that challenge, and you guys would know that very soon, very soon. But yeah, that's about it. So I thought, I have very limited time between when those things are gonna happen. So like, I wasn't even able to work out properly while I was in Colombia. So I was like, you know what? I have to like actually make up for it. So I have almost like a window of this 1 month, like literally 30 days. And after that, my whole life is like switching around. So I have 30 days to like make the most out of it. So I was like, you know what? How about I do a 30-day workout challenge? So every day I have to get to the gym no matter what and put in 60 minutes, only 1 hour, including stretching, everything. Like, I don't care, just like 1 hour in the gym, whether I'm like doing cardio, whether I'm like doing heavy squats. Like, it's gonna be up like on my mood, whatever I'm feeling, I'll do it, whether it's mixed. But 1 hour every day for 30 days straight, that's the challenge. And that's why we're here. We're right outside the lab, and we're gonna go get some bread. Let's go. As I said before, we're here at the lab. Time to earn some bread. Just got home after a crazy 1 hour session. I did some posture corrective exercises. I did some neck work. I did a combination of push-ups, sit-ups, body weight, dips, body weight, and then pull-ups, chin-ups. So 4 of those, like in a circle. So one after the other. 3 sets total of all of those, and then did some ab work, 5 minutes. That was a great session. So now it's time to do a video, a really important video. So it's been 30 days since I've been uploading. So it's officially been 1 month since I've been uploading on YouTube. So in order to honor that, I was like, let me think of something. Let me do something different, or something that I've already done and that got the most attention. And then I clicked in my mind, like, let me recreate my most watched video. So my most watched video on any platform ever was on YouTube Shorts. It was me making a steak, ghee, herbs and garlic ghee steak, and that got like almost 1,500 views. So I was like, you know what? That was a short. People enjoyed it that much. Let me make a longer version of it. So in this vlog, we're gonna have herbs and garlic ghee steak, but a full-on tutorial on how to make it, what steps to take, what temperature set, so you guys can make it too. Let's go. All right, so I have the steak right here, and let's get started. So we'll put it down right here. Time to open it up. Just like that. Then you tear it apart, and you guys can see the bad boy right here. Look at this steak. That's a proper marbled strip loin. Let's go. That's like how we spanked the other one. So we gotta pat dry it. That's the first step. So we will take a paper towel. We'll start pat drying it to get all the moisture out of it. See that? Look at all the moisture that came out of the steak. Like this, it's a lot. It's actually a lot. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Just like press hard on it so that you get every bit of moisture. out of that steak. You don't want it wet, you don't want it moist. And then you just clean this part right here and just gently pat a bit more the corners, the edges. That's good enough. There you go. There you have it. That's a proper steak. Now we'll season it. Alright, so seasoning. First step, we have the pink Himalayan salt. Let's put a bit of that. We'll go generous with the seasoning. The more you season it, the better the flavor is gonna be. Don't go too crazy with the seasoning, but you still gotta season it generously. So yeah, that was a good generous salt seasoning. And now next up, we're gonna hit it with some ground black pepper. And we're gonna be generous with this as well. Okay, that was good enough. Now, after this, all we have to do is just tap, 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 tap. Tap it onto your steak. Massage it into your steak so that all of that seasoning actually like gets absorbed. So do that for a bit. Just like gently pat it, tap it, and that's it. Now you put it on the other side, and we will repeat the process. A bit of salt. And now some black pepper. That's good enough. That's good enough seasoning. We'll just spread it all around. Yeah. That's it. The steak is now seasoned, but I just got it off the store, so it's still a bit cold. So we will just let it sit at room temperature for around they advise it to be 20 minutes, but I think I'm gonna just let it, because like it was already in the car for a good 15 minutes. So I'm gonna let it sit for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes and then we'll start cooking it. But yeah, this is how it looks. Dang. One important step that I almost missed. We can't forget the ghee. We gotta marinate it with some ghee. We gotta let the ghee infuse with the seasoning into that steak to get that crazy flavor. My bad for this one. Well, let's put some ghee on. So we'll just gently take 1 tablespoon. We'll slide it around a little bit. Yeah, let me just show you guys too what's going on. Yeah, so we'll just spread it around, and now we can just massage it. Same thing we can do on the other side. That's it. It's well seasoned. All that seasoning is now gonna lock in after the ghee being applied on top. The ghee is gonna act as a protection barrier between the moisture, the seasoning, and the meat itself. So it's gonna lock in all that goodness, the flavor, the seasoning, and the moisture. But yeah, that's it. Okay, so it has been 10 minutes since the steak has been resting. It's time to turn the stove on. So we will turn it at 500. There you go. So now we're gonna put the pan up. I have a non-stick pan. I wish I had a stainless steel pan because that's the right way. This obviously has microplastics that are being released, but it is what it is. This is what I have right now, so we're gonna make it work. So I'll let it sit for like at least 5 minutes, so that's piping hot, and then we'll put some ghee in. In the meantime, let's prep up the herbs that are gonna go in it. Alright, so we have the garlic right here. Let's peel it off. So I think the quicker way of doing it, like the way I did it before, so we'll just place it here and I'll elbow it. See that? It just got smashed. So did my elbow. But it is what it is. Let me just clean it up a bit. Clean off that garlic. And yeah, same process again. I'm just gonna try to remove this skin on top. There you go. Skin is off now. And now we can start cutting it. So we'll just try to cut it as fine as possible. Since the more the chunks, the better it will be. Because these chunks are gonna get caramelized. And they're gonna add so much flavor. And then you can have it with your steak bites as well. See that? I just finally chopped them. There it is. So I finally chopped the garlic. That was good enough. 1 clove. And then the next thing we're gonna use are some dried herbs. So here we have some thyme. We'll add a couple of pinches, 2 pinches of that. That's good enough. We also have to add rosemary. This is dried as well. If you add the fresh herbs, it's way better if you add the fresh herbs. But since we just have dried herbs, we'll make the most out of it. Just add a little bit more, and that's it. So that's your ratio for garlic, rosemary, thyme, and rosemary, and that's our bad boy right here. So you all can see it's so piping hot that smokes are coming out of it. This is when we add some oil. This is cooking with Haz. So we'll add a bit of it, maybe like half a tablespoon. Yeah, we won't add much since the steak is already glazed with so much ghee. We'll add a bit later. Actually, you know what? We'll just add a little bit more because we don't need it later. So we'll add a bit more. So probably like 1 tablespoon. Now we'll just let it sit for like another minute or so, and then we'll add the steak. So the pan is now piping hot. Oil is in there. Ghee is in there. That's hot as well. So let's turn on the stopwatch and put our steak in. Let me get the steak ready. Check this out. Ooh, that's a bad boy. So let me start the stopwatch with it too, cause we gotta time it. I'm aiming for medium, but usually I cook like it becomes medium well, but hopefully I can get medium. So we'll aim for the stopwatch too, and let's start it. Boom. We'll just slide it around, and boom, we'll just let it sit. You just let it sit for 2 minutes. We'll let it sit for 2 minutes, and then we'll flip it. Let it sit for 2 minutes and we'll flip it. The steak is just sizzling in the pan right now. It's gonna rest for 2 minutes. We'll flip it on the other side, another 2 minutes. And then we'll add all the herbs in for a minute or two, and we'll start like basting it with the ghee, and that'll be it. It's time for the first flip. Ooh, look at that crust. It formed in just 2 minutes. Look at that crust. Wow, that's proper. It's close to 4 minutes now, and we will add some garlic into the ghee. We will add some thyme, dried thyme, and some dried rosemary. Okay, and then it's time for another flip. So now another 2 minutes, so 1 minute each. It's time to start the basting process. So we'll take the ghee, which already have the herbs and the garlic infused in it, and we will just layer it on top of the steak. We'll just start basting it, keep basting it for 1 minute, and then we'll do it on the other side. Okay, now it's time for the other side. Now we'll baste this side, just to get the extra flavor just infused inside of it. That's it. Now we're gonna take the steak off and we'll let it rest. The garlic has nicely caramelized as well. Boom. So we'll close it and we'll take it out. As you all can see, it's been taken out. Look at that steak, look at that vaba right there. So let's take it out. Oh yeah, I forgot to render the fat. So which is good. It was already touching all corners, so we'll just let it sit like that because the pan is still pretty hot. So we'll let it sit like that for another 15-20 seconds for the fat to render down a bit, and then we can place it on the wooden board. Okay, that's good enough. Now we can let it sit on the wooden board. Actually, we'll place it that way, closer to the camera. And now last but not the least, the most important part, we'll throw on the herbs and garlic infused ghee on top of the steak, just like that. There you go. And we'll throw on all those pieces of garlic as well, because that with the steak like that with the steak piece, it tastes so good. And that's it. That was the steak, guys. Not gonna move it. I'm not gonna move it. I'm not going to be moving it a lot. So we'll let it sit for 10 minutes, and then we'll cut it and we'll do a taste test. Okay, so the time is here. Look at that. Look at the fluid. I just tapped it, and look at the fluid that's coming out of it. So it's been 10 minutes since it's resting. Time to cut it up. Ooh, like butter. It's cutting like butter. That's a little well done for my liking. But let's see the inside parts. Cutting so nice. So juicy, so damn juicy. Just look at it. I love steaks. They're so nutritious. Like you get all your vitamins from the meat. You get the desi ghee. You know, that's money. That's the best type of fat you can use. And then obviously you have all this. So now we'll just tap it up a bit. I know there's some techniques that you guys can use to cut it against the grain and all that. But I don't know how that thing works. So we'll just have it the way it is. But as you guys can see, let me put it on top. But yeah, just look at it. Beautiful crust on top, nice and black. And The oil, the ghee is dripping, fully infused. It's a beauty. I wish it was medium. I know medium. It's fully well done right now. It's not well done. It's like kind of like in the. It's like yeah. I would say well done. It's probably well done right now. I wish it was medium well, but it is what it is. I know every time you're gonna nail it. It was me cooking after a long time, but it looks still damn good and still damn juicy just because of the technique that I used for marination, taking the moisture out. Those things are important. Now let's do a taste test. Right here. Okay. So as you all can see, oh, the juices just went went down. But yeah, you guys can see the juices. So we'll just keep it here, right here. We'll take a good piece out from the middle. We'll dab it up with some more ghee and some of that garlic, rosemary, and thyme. And just look at this. Look at the way it's dripping. It's a beauty and a half. Now let's eat it. Bismillah. Money. Every single time. So I'm gonna be honest with my review. It's a little chewy for my liking since it's well done. I like it medium, but I guess I burned it a little too much. But it is what it is. It's still so good. Just the flavors from garlic, the herbs, and the ghee, and then the flavor of the steak itself. It's money. People who don't like steak, I don't know. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for them. You guys gotta try it. Buon appetito. Love it. That's it. See you on the other one.